So that is why, sir, it is important for timeline and boundaries to be set. That is the direction I was going with. Secondly, sir, there was another part of the bill that spoke to shall not exceed 80%. And when we saw the words shall not exceed 80%, that allows for it to be 70%, 60%, 10%, or even 5%. And in so doing, sir, it was recommended by Honorable Roysdale Ford, let it be 80%. Not exceeding, it has to be 80%. And that was also accepted by the learned Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs. Sir, there were more arguments that were put to the learned Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, where Honorable Roysdale Ford will be able to elaborate greater on, because I do not possess to be a lawyer by any way, shape, or form. But I do have common sense, sir. And I did say to the Lord Attorney General that the tribunal to which we are speaking about is that tribunal to determine the compensation, the adequate compensation, not necessarily to replace the entire court system. Because if somebody feels aggrieved, they must still have at their disposal the remedy of the court. They must still have that competent jurisdiction in which they can appeal and seek greater remedy if the tribunal doesn't present it the way they wanted it to be. And I did point out, sir, that there are several countries that have used tribunals to determine the adequate compensation, such as Trinidad and Tobago, such as Jamaica, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, India, South Africa, Singapore, and Malaysia. These are all countries that are using tribunals to get it done correctly in the best interest of their citizens. And I still feel strongly that if we are to address the Acquisition of Lands for Public Purposes Act and make it more modern for today's society, we can consider a tribunal having examined all of these legislations that are currently in place. Sir, I want to also say to you that our central, and you see, before I go there, sir, the tribunal is all about addressing the matter in an adequate and in a timely manner, so that it can be dealt with quicker. We know how the court system works. We know that there's certain language. We know there are certain boundaries. There are certain do's and don'ts. A tribunal will be more flexible. And it may even give way for people who cannot afford a lawyer to appear themselves and make a case that is greater than what can be done before a judge with a lawyer present.